Yeah, I think I may have a problem, guys. So, the last 2 weeks I thought, the Cowboys had the mojo after I would go to bed at like 9 and, wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go for a pretty long run, 11.7 miles. And that's literally what I did for the third week in a row before making this video. But I'm all showered, I'm clean, minty fresh breath, ready to get the day started. And I actually do have a good reason for it this time. I really do. It's that, at least in my area, we are supposed to get, like, snow. Like, a lot of snow. Like, it's supposed to start at, like, noon today, and it's supposed to stop at 4 in the afternoon on Sunday. And on top of all that, the weather tomorrow and Monday is supposed to be the coldest that we've had this calendar year in 2019. I think the last time I checked, it was supposed to be like -4 on Sunday and -7 on Monday. So combine that with snow and yeah, starting to become a little bit reminiscent of that polar vortex we had back in 2014, I think it was. Yeah, it was. I will never forget that polar vortex. It was actually so cold that by the time it finally got back to 20 degrees, like above zero, obviously, it actually felt warm. Like, I was wearing, like, many layers of clothing to go running in the morning prior to that, and I actually had to take a layer of clothing off just because I felt so hot in 20-degree weather. That's crazy. And actually, this morning it was supposed to be, like 15 or something. Like, really cold. But, luckily, even though it's technically still pitch black outside when I went running, you can still look up in the sky and tell if there are clouds or not. And, yep, it's, well, I literally say gray skies, except because it was pitch black, it really wasn't gray so much as it was like, very, very, very dark purple. But, yep, long story short, got up, got my run done, got all nice and showered and cleaned, and now I have the entirety of the rest of my Saturday to enjoy my weekend. And it was actually funny because I was looking up online, I think it was on Facebook, where someone said, be careful who you go home with because you'll have to stay with them the entire weekend. And considering that, again, we're supposed to get snow at noon, and then it's supposed to stop at like 4 on Sunday, yeah, I buy that. I mean, we really have yet to see how bad it is. I mean, obviously I got my run done early for that very reason, because, if I don't want to do it early in the morning, I'm certainly not going to want to do it later when, it's snowing and you can't even see out there. Plus, I feel accomplished when I do that run, do my very long run, and then get cleaned up and do this video. Interestingly enough, one habit I have been getting into that I did read up on is, I've been trying to do it, and like this morning, I did it because I actually remembered to do it, is, believe it or not, I've actually been trying to take cold showers in the morning. Yep, that's actually, because I remember reading an article, I think, actually was watching one of those YouTube related things, I think it was Brightside, I think that was the YouTube channel, I forget. Anyway, like, they talked about, like, the benefits to doing, like, cold showers, it aids in weight loss, it's environmentally friendly, it actually helps wake you up in the morning, it actually helps boost your metabolism, there's, like, a whole lot of health and environmental benefits to taking cold showers in the morning. Although, when I've been doing it, I mean, obviously, first of all, when I start a shower, I make sure it's hot first. That way I can, get in and sort of, get myself, acclimated to it. And then as time goes on, I'll slowly begin to decrease the temperature of the water. So, again, I can acclimate to, how it is until at least it feels cold to me. And for all intents and purposes, it really did feel cold. Like, not that I would ever actually have another person in my bathroom as I'm showering, but if someone were to feel the water, they would say, okay, yeah, that's cold. I would definitely consider that to be cold, is what they would say. So, yeah. So, I've been trying to, be well on that. And it's weird. I've only really been able to remember whenever I do this long run, or if, like, I just happen to remember in the morning as I'm preparing for the day. But that's just me. I guess I mean, I sort of notice a few things. I do feel a little more alert. I do feel a little more awake. I can literally see myself in the camera right now, and I definitely appear to be more awake than when I did this video a week ago. But just in case I do accidentally get sick from this, I'm already in my bathrobe. And yeah, I am, of course, wearing my Bears jersey again. My Jay Cutler jersey. I think I'll designate this as my weekend outfit for now. I mean, I don't know if I'll do it after after football season's over, but it should still be nice or whatever. It should be all well and good. In terms of what my plans are for this weekend, I actually have thought about going skiing again, like snow skiing, because it's been a good while since I've done it. But the main concern I have is actually what I just mentioned, is that we're supposed to get snow. A lot of snow, which for skiing is good. But actually getting to your destination and coming from your destination, that's bad. So, do any of you guys take that risk? I do not know. I mean, I don't know, maybe I would definitely consider. I mean, if I had time on Monday, I definitely would, considering that Monday is actually Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So, hey, children get out of school, and some government-related establishments are closed. Like, I think the post office and the banks are closed. I think. I don't know. But, yeah, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, it's a very important day in, our nation's history, and it's something that, I guess because of the fact that since I was a kid when I first learned about Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and because of the fact that, we get a day off from school, unless, we really talked about the historical significance of it, it is something that we do kind of take for granted. But personally, I'm just happy that we live in a time where, everyone is equal rights, everyone's treated fairly, etc. I love that. I mean, I've stated before many, many, many times doing these videos, the best example of this, excuse me, is, back when I was at Trinity Poly. Because, I mentioned my brothers a lot, and, they were men of all different colors, races, religions, nationalities, etc. But nobody cared. Not that, I should probably say, no one saw anything different or negative or anything about them. That's what I should say. That's what I should say. I mean, obviously we all cared for each other. That goes without saying. I mean, we're all away from our homes, we're all away from our families, Times can be tough, schoolwork can be hard, if you're doing sports and you're not doing very well at it, that can be pretty, depressing. But in the end, in a way, we all had each other's backs. Sound familiar? So, yeah. Honestly, I know I've said this a lot, and if December 14th really wasn't any indication, going to Trinity Pawling was probably the greatest decision I personally ever made in my entire life. Well, who am I kidding? It was the greatest decision I've ever made in my entire life. My entire life so far. There's a few things that I could think of that could potentially happen in life that could top it, or at least be on par with that. But what they are, I don't know. I guess it really would depend on how I feel that particular situation overall. But, yeah. I guess all that's left for me to do is, get through a nice relaxing Saturday. Probably going to go back to sleep, considering that I'm starting to feel the strain of getting up as early as I did and running as far as I did and then taking a hot shower as long as I did. I guess you can say between all the snow we're getting this weekend, all the cold weather we're getting this weekend, it's going to be very cold outside. I'm just going to, I'm going to make this a thing. Put the bear there. There we go. So, yeah, actually, let me see if we can get the stamp straight. There we go. This is a beautiful portrait. Seriously, this is like, if I took selfies, this would probably be like the most adorable looking selfie ever. Just me and my bear. My bear. My bear. So yeah. Probably I'm personally gonna relax today and prepare for the inevitability that should be the snow. Although, there have been instances where, it was supposed to snow a lot and it didn't. May I remind you all of the falsely predicted snowstorm of very late February, very early March of 2018? I still can't believe they wouldn't open Rita's because of that. And nothing happened. It was okay, though. I was able to get my Rita's anyway. And that made me happy. Just like, in the end, doing all these videos makes me happy. And with an occasional help from this little guy right here. I love this bear, ladies and gentlemen. I am not going to lie. I love this bear. I feel it's a nice contrast to my giant, mighty nature to this nice, small, soft little bear. And I am rambling on at this point, and it may be due to the fact that I'm completely delirious right now, because, again, 6 hours of sleep. Or maybe it's just because I really am crazy and I just never knew. Anyway, I guess there really isn't much left to say other than, let's enjoy this weekend, man. Get ready for football tomorrow. Again, in terms of who my picks are, I'll get into more of that a little bit later. But there's a certain team I do want to see in the Super Bowl, but only if a certain other team gets into the Super Bowl. And believe it or not, it really can only be 2 out of the 4 possible outcomes that there very well may be. So, yeah. I'll get into more of that tomorrow. So, like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use that support on YouTube. Follow me on the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. And as always, I am very humbled that I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm very hopeful that we all have a wonderful Saturday. Remember, if any of you guys ever talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, or this here. And I will always have your back, just like this little guy is mine. Take care, everybody. I love this man.